In this video, we are going to learn how to clear fractions in order to solve an equation. So why would I like to do this? Because solving an equation without fractions makes it a lot easier. So first thing I need to know are the steps. Step number 1, I have to find the LCD, which stands for lowest common denominator or least common denominator of all of the fractions. I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by the number that I found for my least common denominator, my LCD, and then I'm going to solve. So I have 2 examples for you. Okay. Oops, sorry. This is supposed to be 2/3. 2/3 x minus 4 is equal to 2/5. So what I want to do is I want to look at all my denominators. Technically, this is a 1, but we don't really have to pay attention to that because 1 goes into everything. And I want to know what's the smallest number that both 3 and 5 go into. So if you can't figure that out, the best thing to do is to write down all the multiples. So we're going to start with 3's. Whoops. So we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. And then we'll do our multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so I noticed that both 3 and 5 go into 30. But I also notice that they both go into a smaller number, 15. So I'm going to use 15 as my LCD. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 15 like this. So I'm going to draw my line down the middle. So remember, whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. And I'm going to write this out. So I got 15 times 2/3 x minus 4 equals 15 times 2/5. I have to distribute this 15. So I have 15 times 2/3 x minus 15 times 4 equals 15 times 2/5. Now remember, I chose 15 for a reason, because if I look here, 3 goes into 15 5 times. And if I look here and here, 5 goes into 15 3 times. So these cancel each other out. So really what I'm multiplying, what do I have left? 5 times 2x minus 15 times 4 equals 3 times 2. So without being written this way, it looks like 5 times 2x minus 15 times 4 equals 3 times 2. And now I'm going to solve. So multiply this all out. So I get 10x minus 60 is equal to 6. I have to get x on a side by itself, so I'm going to add 60 to both sides. Gives me 10x is equal to 66. And to get x on a side by itself, I have to divide both sides by 10. Now, rule of thumb says you want to give an answer the way that it was presented to you. So if your initial equation has decimals, it's okay for you to give a decimal answer. But if your initial equation has fractions, then you should give an answer with fractions. So because we started with fractions, I'm going to give an answer that's a fraction. And I'm just going to reduce this fraction right here, 66 over 10. What goes into both 66 and 10? Well, I know 2 does. So that's the same as dividing the top and the bottom by 2, which gives me 33 over 5. And that's my final answer. All right, let's try one more. 2 plus 7/9 x is equal to 5/6. So I'm going to draw my line down the middle, reminding myself whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. Now, do you know the LCD between 9 and 6? If not, let's write out all of our multiples. So I have 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, and for 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 54. Do I have any other numbers that are smaller than that both 6 and 9 go into? No. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 54. That's my LCD. So I'll write this out. So we have 54 times 2 plus 7/9 x equals 54 times 5/6. Okay, I have to distribute this 54. So I get 54 times 2 plus 54 times 7/9 x equals 54 times 5/6. Okay, now 54 times 2 is 108. Plus, remember, we chose 54 for a reason, because if I look here and here, 9 goes into 54 6 times. So this becomes plus 6 times 7x. And again, we chose 54 for a reason, because 6 goes into 54 9 times equals 9 times 5. All right, now I'm going to solve. So I multiply this all out. I got 108 plus 42x is equal to 45. I have to subtract 108 from both sides to get x on a side by itself. Negative 63. And then divide both sides by 42. So I get x is equal to negative 63 over 42. I need to reduce my fraction. So I happen to notice 3 goes into 63 and 42. So if I divide the top and the bottom by 3, I get negative 21 over 42 over 3 is 14. Oh, and 7 goes into 21 and 14. So if I divide the top and the bottom by 7, I get negative 3 over 2. Again, this would be my final answer, left in fraction form, because my initial problem was given to me as fractions. So remember, the key to this is you want to find your LCD and multiply the entire equation by that, and that will clear out your fractions and leave you only with whole numbers in order to solve. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.